Thank you so much. So please join me in welcoming the Professor Lord Alton of Liverpool is our special guest of honor. Please, a big round of applause. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Welcome, Lord Alton.
Your Royal Majesties, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it would be a brave man who kept guests from their dinner for very long, so you'll be relieved to know I won't speak for very long. I was thinking as I heard the wonderful music earlier on, before we sat down, about my early days as a Liverpool Member of Parliament, and the Nigerian celebrations in a city that says it's the whole world in one city were always the things I looked forward to most, because they knew how to enjoy themselves. The music got people in the right kind of frame of mind, the dancing came, and then the food, and they were usually very late nights. Now, looking at the list of speakers, I can see that this could be a very late night as well. When His Excellency was addressing us a few moments ago, he talked about one of the sadder periods of our history. And of course, Liverpool was part of that sad story of the triangle in human people, in human beings. And how much happier it is today that through our many links, the Commonwealth links particularly, but the links, the bilateral links between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, that we're able to support one another in all sorts of ways. And when it was a privilege for me to be able to welcome His Royal Majesty, the Oloni of Etione, to come to the northwest of England, and indeed I took him to a small town in Lancashire called Ribchester. It was the biggest event in probably years. In the local newspaper the following week, it said, "King comes to Ribchester." and there was a wonderful photograph. And I was really pleased to see that you have a link also with Beechers, which is a chocolate company from very near Ribchester in Preston. So this evening, I hope, as all these travel arrangements are being made to go to the Caribbean, to Etione, maybe even to Liverpool and Lancashire, we can't promise the sunshine, we can promise a lot of other things, that maybe those relationships will deepen between us. When I was growing up as a boy, we had on the wall of the kitchen at home some words in Irish. My mother was an immigrant from the west of Ireland. Her first language was Irish. And when translated, the words said, "It is in the shelter of each other's lives that the people live." In solidarity, we live in each other's lives. Nelson Mandela said something very similar. A person is a person because of other people. We can live in a dependency culture where we exploit one another, or we can help raise people up, as Mrs. Jenkins was just saying, with hope. The one thing that was left in Pandora's box when everything else had gone was hope. And when you see pictures like the ones we've just been shown of young people hoping for a future, it will depend on initiatives like this one, of giving people human dignity, of giving them respect, giving them self-sufficiency, using the natural God-given things that they've been given in the communities where they're growing up so that they can make a future for themselves. And if we don't do that, then the consequences will be appalling, because the devil always makes mischief for idle hands. And we've seen in the north of Nigeria some examples of what can happen when violence intrudes, when violence starts to dominate, rather than harmony and peaceful coexistence. And in my way of looking at life, well, it's usually because of some decent education, some prosperity, some possibilities in your life that you're able to overcome those obstacles. A person is a person because of other people. It is in the shelter of each other's lives that the people live. And I think that the Etione chocolate could be the best symbol of all of the way that we can live our lives together for the future. So I wish this enterprise, Your Royal Majesty, I wish this enterprise nothing but success. And I'm so glad that a group of us have been able to come here tonight, in between division bells ringing in both houses of Parliament. You have members from, it wasn't one of the prisoners trying to escape. In fact, it was colleagues from both houses joining us to celebrate this wonderful evening with you. Thank you for inviting me.